LIV Golf is still waiting as far as official golf rankings are concerned. Some players on their roster are deeply concerned about their global standing, which is decreasing with each passing day. For all we know, just like the Masters, the Rebel Series could even come up with its ranking system. So in today's video, we'll talk about the unofficial rankings of LIV golfers in 2022. First off, Hudson Swafford might be golf's Mendoza. Remember the baseball player Mario Mendoza, who earned a nickname for his batting average? Hudson Swafford is the Mario Mendoza of golf, or maybe just LIV Golf. Don't get us wrong, it's not that he's not a good player, it's just that he is consistently below par. There were indeed a lot of surprises at the LIV Golf events. Mark Leishman and Graham McDowell each finished up ranked 38th with a .354 win percentage. They, however, had stunning runs at the major championships previously. They underperformed in the Rebel Series. Similarly, in the same group came Pat Perez, who ranked 40th with a .319 win percentage. However, the man managed to put on a splendid show with the right team in team events. He even raked in $8 million just off the team title win. Many of the players that finished ahead of Hudson joined in later. On the other hand, Hudson had full attendance for all the LIV Golf events right from the start. He still finished ranking 47th, the lowest overall, with a .229 win percentage. What's more, he never finished above 29 in any event. He took home $1.2 million just for playing the Breakaway Series events. Moving on, let's talk about Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson's LIV Golf performance, sadly for his fans, was nothing short of a disappointment. The man who raked in the biggest LIV Golf signing bonus left a lot to be desired in his performance this year. It was shocking for many people that he ended up ranking 37th overall. With a meager win percentage of .368, Phil had an awful public relations year. It seems that the 52-year-old is slowly phasing out of the golf world, and his game is nothing compared to what we were used to seeing a few years back. It's only fair that he jumped ships. He wouldn't have won anything on the PGA Tour with this game. The three-time major winner finished ahead of 112 players, trailed 199, and tied with around 18 of them. He is nothing close to the form that won him 45 events on the PGA Tour. Up next, the surprise of the year, Peter Uihlein. We must appreciate Peter Uihlein, who surprised everyone with his performance this year. He had done okay in the past few years at the PGA Tour, but as soon as he came to the Rebel Series, voila, everything changed. He hit the jackpot upon receiving an invitation for the Breakaway Series because, let's be honest, he never had the credentials to show for an invitation. The man finished second twice on the series events when the field had Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Mark Leishman playing. The finishes proved one of the biggest upsets in the golf world. He ended up ranking 18th after the season with a win percentage of .593 and went home a staggering $12.8 million richer. Moving on, the Koepka brothers. They didn't quite come out to be a force to be reckoned with on the LIV Golf fields. Nevertheless, the Koepka brothers managed to hold their end as well. As far as Brooks Koepka is concerned, the major winner salvaged his LIV season toward the end of the year. He failed to finish in the top 10 throughout the season except for one event, but the golfer managed to bag a full-fledged victory at the final individual event of the season. He was ranked 10th for the season with a win percentage of .699. What's more, he managed to reel in a whopping $8.27 million for the whole year. As for Chase Koepka, people never had high hopes for him. However, he ended up not far from his brother on the rankings list. Chase finished up ranked 24th overall with a win percentage of .509. He finished ahead of more players than he finished behind, something that not many critics were expecting. He managed to take home roughly half the money his brother bagged, around $4.3 million. Up next, LIV Golf seems like a pension plan for the oldie duo. With Cameron Smith and Dustin Johnson getting all the spotlight in LIV Golf signings, one tends to forget that other less prominent players are in the series. We don't miss those. Lee Westwood and Richard Bland were mild surprises in the series and held their end in a befitting manner. Despite being 49 years old, the duo clawed in millions in salary. Lee ended up ranked 8th overall with a win percentage of .702 and towering $4.2 million in salary. Richard raked in $3.5 million with a winning percentage of .552 and finished 19th place. If you're wondering if these figures aren't that good, you're right, but these are better than one could hope for in the right context. Let's be honest, the two didn't come to the LIV Golf chasing after wins. It was the money they needed, and if we might add, a sort of pension plan. From that perspective, it seems one heck of a pension plan. We bet it would take wild horses to pull them away from the series and its money. Moving on, Patrick Reed remained consistent, but shy of a win. It was difficult to miss Patrick Reed, especially since he remained in the spotlight for so long for multiple reasons, one after the other. He remained consistent on the LIV courses and showcased everything from skill to luck. However, one thing he remained shy of throughout the season was a win. The 32-year-old finished 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 12th twice in 6 LIV Golf events this season. He finished 3rd in the season ahead of 209 players, behind only 58, and tied with 15. He boasted a win percentage of .768 towards the end, and let's just say ended up making millions a little more more than he ever imagined. Up next, Niemann came out the second place. Even though Niemann, just like Patrick, didn't manage to secure a win at any individual event, he still finished in the second overall place on the unofficial leaderboard. He finished ahead of 154 players, trailing behind only 25 and tied with around 9. Joaquin finished second, third, and fourth in the individual events, and it seemed enough to carry him to the top of the leaderboard. Posting a win percentage of .843, Niemann undoubtedly outperformed many established names in the golfing world. The Chilean was undoubtedly a good prospect, having turned professional after ranking first in the amateur world. Moreover, his 2 wins on the PGA Tour pointed to only one thing, that he was an up-and-coming talent. Against that backdrop, even still, 2022 was far better than anyone's expectations for him. Right at the start of the year, he finished 19 under par and won the Genesis Invitational Tournament. Afterward, he joined LIV Golf and took along his luck. Anyway, it's indeed a big achievement for the youngster. Lastly, Dustin Johnson, the most dominant player on the LIV Golf. For Dustin Johnson fans, who often seem to be getting into social media wars over his status as the greatest in the world, congratulations, you won, for now at the very least. For its invitational season, Dustin Johnson was the most dominant player in the LIV Golf Series. He finished ahead of 291 players, behind only 29 and tied with 9. With a winning percentage of .898, Dustin topped the LIV Golf roster this season. Dustin finished second, third, twice fifth, and 8th in the 6 appearances. As far as his 7th is concerned, he won the LIV Golf Invitational Boston event held at the International Golf Club in Bolton, Massachusetts. The 38-year-old scored an eagle on the par 5 18th hole in the 3-player playoff and defeated Anirban Lahiri and Joaquin Niemann. If all that wasn't enough to put him on the top, the American carried his team, 4 aces, to victory in the team events towards the end of the season. Even though Dustin didn't get the highest signing bonus from the Rebel Series, he still managed to walk away richest among the players after playing only 1 season. The 2-time major winner bagged around $40 million off 8 events in the LIV Golf Invitational. Needless to say, that hits a huge amount of money, especially compared to what the players made annually on the PGA Tour before LIV Golf. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on these unofficial LIV Golf rankings? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.